who did extraordinary things for me.
So fast forward 23 years, okay, and we've got a situation in the Middle East right now, and you look at the protests going on in some of these cities, and do you see a connection?
Yes, I mean, one of the reasons why in the book I use this metaphor of the Hitchcock movie, The Birds,
right,
is to say that really what happened to me was like the first bird, you know, and now we're in the middle of the storm.
But what is the connection? I mean, if you remember, the Ayatollah Khomeini had never even read the Satanic Verses when he marked you for death. You look at these people protesting, you think they've never even, by the way, seen that movie?
Well, I mean, I think clearly the video was a flashpoint, and I mean, from what I can see, it was a kind of outrageous, sort of disgraceful, little malevolent thing. But by now, I think that the reaction we're seeing is really the release of a much larger outrage. We sort of live in an age of outrage. And people seem to be define themselves by their outrage and seem to feel that it justifies itself.
But is it legitimate outrage in your opinion, or is it manufactured outrage? I think you were talking to one of our producers over the weekend, and you used an expression, you said it's kind of the outrage machine.
Yes, I mean, there's an outrage industry. There are people who look for things to provoke their audiences with. And it's to a large extent manufactured. The fact that you can unleash these violent mobs like this is obviously completely unacceptable.
And consider the fact that when you wrote the Satanic Verses 23 years ago, it was not the age of social media where a message can spread like wildfire.
Absolutely. It's much easier to do that now.
When you look at the creator of this film in question, this internet film, in some ways do you have sympathy for that person, or do you feel that person has done something horribly wrong?
Well, I mean, I think he's done something malicious, and that's a very different thing from writing a serious novel. You know, and, he's clearly set out to provoke, and he's obviously unleashed a much bigger reaction than he hoped for. I mean, one of the problems with defending free speech is you often have to defend people that you find to be outrageous and unpleasant and disgusting.
So when you saw that man taken in for questioning over the weekend, completely shrouded to mask his appearance, any level of sympathy there?
Not really.
Why not?
Well, because he did it on purpose. I mean, he set out to create a response, and he got it in spades.
Salman Rushdi, interesting perspective, and I can't wait to read more of this book. It's called Joseph Anton.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Nice to be here.